Alright, good morning everybody. It's your boy Akeem and welcome to today's vlogs. Here to continue with my previews for the 2015 college football season. For today's vlogs, I'm going to give you previews of all the teams of the Sun Belt Conference. And I'm going to start things off with Appalachian State. Now, it was their first year in the FBS division last season, and they did a pretty good job going 7-5. They did not play in the bowl matchup because of the transition from the FCS to the FBS, and there was a rule in which they had to wait out for 1 year, so they're actually going to be eligible this season to play in a bowl matchup. Now, the head coach is Scott Satterfield, and like I said, he did a good job, particularly in the second half of last season. In the first 6 games, the team went 1 for 5, but then they started to build their confidence due to the great play at quarterback with Taylor Lamb. Now, he had a great, pretty good freshman season, and he was the freshman player of the year, of the offensive player of the year of the Sun Belt Conference. Last year, he had 2,381 yards passing and 17 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Also, he had 483 yards on the ground with 4 touchdowns. He definitely grew up his confidence a lot in that second half, finishing off the season 6-0 in that second half of the year. Now, and also during those matches for Taylor Lamb, with those 9 interceptions, with those first 6 games of the season, he threw 7 interceptions, and with the 6 remaining games, just 2. So I think this team is definitely going to be in a good run for the Sun Belt Championship this upcoming season. Now, sticking with the offensive unit, they have a good running back behind Taylor Lamb and Marcus Cox, who rushed for 1,415 yards and 19 touchdowns. He was second team all honors of the Sun Belt Conference. And he does have the return of 2 wide receivers, and Malachi Jones and Sims McEachrish. Now, these 2 players are seniors, so this is their last year, and then this is Taylor Lamb's a great opportunity to step it up as a sophomore with 2 senior vets behind him at wide receiver. Now, on the defensive unit, they have a couple of good players that I do like, starting with Ronald Blair. He had 43 tackles and 6 sacks, 43 tackles last season in the defensive line, and they have a second team all-conference linebacker and John Law with 91 tackles and 4 pass breakups. I think this is a good player. 2 good players in that front 7 with the linebacker and a defensive lineman. And lastly, in the secondary, they have a good senior upcoming in Doug Middleton, who had 4 interceptions and 7 pass breaks last year at free safety, to go along with 74 tackles. Now, he is a senior. He's looking to become all-conference honors at the end of the year as well. Now, as far as the recruiting prospects, they do have 3 top recruits, all from the Carolinas area, starting with outside linebacker Akeem Davies. He's 6'1", 195 pounds, needs to gain more weight and hit the weight room. Now, they also picked up Victor Johnson, an offensive tackle from South Carolina, 6'5", 255 pounds. He's another undersized player. And the third undersized player at quarterback at 6'1", 180 pounds, Jake Easter. So those are the top 3 recruits entering this season. Now, this year, I think they're going to improve a little bit, a couple more wins. I think this team is going to go 9-3 overall. From checking their schedule, they do have a couple of tough games. I do see them having 3 losses, at best 2 losses, but I do not see them winning the Sun Belt Championship this year. I'm actually going to call it out right now. I'm going to go with Georgia Southern for the 2nd straight year. Now, the next time to catch you guys will be in just a couple of minutes. I have 11 more blogs for you for today. Thank you for watching this vlog. I'm your man, Akeem Call. Be easy.